Hey everybody, my name is Duquesa and this is my sweet husband John, and we are Blue Diamonds in doTERRA, and we are coming to you from the hill country of Texas, just outside of San Antonio.
Yes, and we're going to share a tip with you today on this Mentoring Monday that we think is going to be really valuable. Actually, more specifically, we want to share a key with you that should unlock your ability to do what you already want to do the things in your life that you know are good and right choices. This is actually a really big problem for a lot of us, right? By way of example, every year, people tend to set New Year's resolutions, good, positive changes that they want to make in their life, right? People are going to finally work out, and they're going to get in shape. We're going to start eating well to change our health. We're going to maybe start sleeping better. We're going to have a clean house this year, be more organized. We're going to have like really good family time, right? Like whatever the resolution is, it's usually a good thing that we know we want to do. However, we are all probably aware of the fact that more often than not, those things don't happen. In fact, usually it's just a couple weeks into the year and we've already given up on those resolutions.
Yeah. So to make this more specifically about doTERRA, have you guys ever been at a place where you are super committed to doing this business and doing it well and getting awesome results? Maybe you have attended leadership retreat or convention or some other awesome event, and you come away so inspired and you're ready to do all the things, and then life happens and you do nothing. So if you've had those types of situations, which I'm sure you have, we definitely have, then this call is for you.
Now, if you're taking notes, I want you to write down two important words: environmental design. Here's the concept behind environmental design and why it's important. See, many of us have had similar experiences to that, where we've made commitments, we've made goals, and then we don't meet them, right? And usually we believe, or maybe even people tell us, that the reason we didn't achieve those goals is because we didn't want it enough, right? Or you weren't disciplined enough, or you didn't have enough willpower. Well, it's actually really freeing to know that a lot of psychologists now, and the studies are pointing to saying that it's not actually willpower or discipline that is the differentiator between the people who are successful and not. It's actually your environment. Your environment is the big difference maker here.
So here's an example. If I haven't been taking great care of myself and I'm feeling tired and hungry, I want chocolate. I want chocolate, or I want some other simple carb, because I know that those things are going to give me a quick energy boost, right? And I'll feel a little better. But then I am faced with a battle with my willpower. And is it better to have that, or is it better to design my environment in such a way where that battle is removed because I don't have that chocolate in my house? I only have good and healthy options when I'm feeling that way. So that's exactly why relying on willpower is for people who have not totally made up their minds about what they want. Once you decide on a goal, and you need to remove all of the alternatives that could get in your way, or you haven't really decided.
That's true. That's very true. And here's the other important thing to understand. Every environment is going to push you towards something. I'll give you a couple examples, right? People design their bedrooms in very different ways, right? Like a lot of people will get the comfiest like mattress possible, right? They'll get blackout curtains. They'll put white noise in their bedrooms. And all of this is designed to push you towards what? Sleep, right? Other people will design their bedrooms in a different way. They'll get like the red satin sheets. They'll have like mood lighting. They'll have like an incredible sound system playing sensual music. And this environment is designed with a very different agenda in mind. It's pushing you towards something else. Okay? Casinos are another example of this. Casinos are a great example, actually. If you think about casinos, what do casinos do? They pump oxygen into the room to keep you awake. They have flashing lights going on that are very engaging because they want you to stay entertained. They want you to stay there. They also have free alcohol being passed out because they want you to make bad decisions. And they have ATMs around every corner because they want you to be able to drain that bank account. Oh, not to mention the fact that casinos have machines and games all over the place with the odds stacked against you. It is literally rigged against you because casinos have designed their environment for you to lose and lose as much as possible. The good news for you and me is that doTERRA is the exact opposite of that. doTERRA has actually created their environment for you and I to win and win as big as possible, right? Like, for example, with the best retention rate in the entire industry, a 70% retention rate, with products that are powerful and that everybody needs, and with a crazy generous compensation plan, doTERRA has stacked the odds in your favor. doTERRA wants you to win. However, most of our personal environments are the things that are stacked against us. It's not doTERRA's fault. It's the fact that our personal environments are not created in such a way where it's pushing us towards success.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and this is so, so, so true. I want to give you examples of how this works, right? Like, a lot of us will sit down to do our doTERRA actions, right? We're going to sit down to work, and a lot of times we're doing this through Facebook, right? And Facebook is another environment that is intentionally designed to keep you there and actually keep you distracted and scrolling from picture to picture, from person to person as much as possible. So most of us sit down to do doTERRA work, and the next thing we know, we're going, oh, look, so-and-so's in Hawaii, and oh my goodness, Ange just dropped some incredible wisdom on Facebook. I've got to watch it. And oh, look, Keely's in a tub in Mexico, right? And all of that is great, except none of it is building our doTERRA business. None of it is building your doTERRA business, more to the point.
Yeah.
Another common distraction is this thing, right? A lot of us have our phones sitting right next to us as we're working, and this thing is sitting there like a panther that is crouched to pounce on us at any moment with a distraction, whether it's dinging because of emails or somebody calling or somebody's text message and their urgent question. All of that is distracting you and pointing you away from the work that you need to do for yourself and for your own business.
Yep.
And listen, I love kids. We love kids. Kids are not a bad thing. Kids are a great thing. However, I also see a lot of people trying to do their really important doTERRA actions constantly surrounded by kids and their needs and the distractions that that brings up. Okay? I can say that I've had a lot of personal experience with this. I want to tell you a story about when I finally came home from work to do doTERRA full-time. We were in a small house, right? And so I thought that my best option was to make our bedroom my office. That's where I was going to do my work. Now, we already talked about bedrooms and the two primary things that those things can be designed around, and neither one of those things is productive in your doTERRA business. Am I right? I can say that that was the least productive year of my life, trying to work in that environment. I had all kinds of distractions, including my kids, and I didn't get a lot done. It wasn't until learning these concepts that a light bulb went off, and I was like, oh, that's why I was so unproductive that year. I was like trying really hard, and my willpower was working on overdrive, but I wasn't being as productive, and I felt defeated. Okay? It wasn't until we finally started designing an office and designing environments to help us be successful and do the actions that we know we wanted to do, that we finally started to have success yet. So here's the deal. I want to reemphasize this. If you are still using your willpower on a day-to-day basis to do the things that you know you want to do in doTERRA, then you have not decided to be successful in doTERRA yet.
Yep, 100%. So guys, here's the main point. If you do not create and control your environment will create and control you. And that's a sobering thought for me. So when we're talking about our environment, what does that mean exactly? Well, our physical surroundings, obviously, but it also means other things. It means the people that we allow ourselves to be in relationship with. It means the information that we take in and allow to change us. It's the food that we ingest and allow to become a part of us. It's the music that we listen to. It's the tools that we have at our disposal. It's the emotions and energy of the people that we're surrounded with. So these are the important things that you need to consider when you're designing your environment. So important.
It really is. And I want to make another thing clear. We are not saying that your desire and your willpower, and especially your why, like your big driving why you're doing doTERRA, we're not saying those things aren't important, because they are. However, those things still translate to willpower, which is a finite resource, and it will run out. Okay? So those things are important, but the best way that you're going to use that desire, you're going to use the energy that comes from your why, is precisely to design your environment so that on a day-to-day basis, you're habitually doing the things that are good for your business. Your environment is pushing you towards doing the income-producing activities in doTERRA, and you're not having to grind it out with your willpower.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, guys, I'm going to wrap this up by asking you to write down and answer 2 key questions. Number 1, what parts of your environment stop you or slow you or distract you from doing the income producing activities in your business? Number 2, how can you design your environment to constantly remind you of your goal and propel you or even force you toward it?
Those are really excellent questions. You should write those down and answer them. And I want to encourage you that while you're doing it, be brave, right? Because you and your goals are definitely worth it. I also want to encourage you to immediately after writing those down, take some small action. Act on this immediately. I know most people won't, but the ones who do are the ones who are going to start seeing quicker results. You're going to start actually changing your environment and making the goals happen.
Yeah. All right, guys, good luck and have a fantastic rest of your Monday. Bye.
Oops, almost forgot. Just one more quick thing. If you are interested in this concept of environmental design, I wanted to point out this book. This is where we got most of our ideas from. Excellent book called Willpower Doesn't Work by Benjamin Hardy. I highly, highly recommend it. So if this is an interesting topic and you found this helpful, check out this book.